talk to Eva Ruiz from Vodafone.
Good morning.
Good morning. You're very successful with your social media strategy. What do you do?
Well, we have realized already for some time that without social media, we cannot really connect with customers out there. The world has changed so much that everyone is on social, and everybody has the opportunity to communicate and to tell to the whole world what their opinion is, and we want to try to be there with them.
So the basic thing is Webcare, but I guess you go further than that.
Yeah, Webcare we have definitely for service, and we've been doing that on social for some time. But then beyond that, we really look at every social media channel that we are using and how can we use it best to communicate either with entrepreneurs, with regular consumers, with a mainstream audience, a more niche target audience. So we really look at the pillars that we have.
Can you name an example and what do you do?
Yeah, for example, we have a program called Fire Starters, and that is aimed a little bit at the more digital engaged audience, as we call them, and then what you
Us
see.
here.
Yeah, exactly. So I hope that maybe many of you would know, for example, the Fire Starters platform, where you see that these people are difficult to reach. They don't watch television, they don't use regular media, but they're all ultra connected. And the role of technology is quite relevant and interesting, and they're far beyond looking at what a company like Vodafone can do and might do for them, also for society. What's your role? What do you do? How do you use technology?
And then you have special storytelling lines for them?
Yes, so we have a whole series of documentaries where we look at how technology influences our lives, which is, for example, a very different approach than what we do with The Voice of Holland, for example, which is aimed at a very different target audience.
That's more towards youth.
That is towards youth, what we call also the connected mainstream. But now that you mention youth, for example, we're looking at YouTube much more, actually as a social media channel. Not only Facebook and Twitter, but really youth is literally talking to each other on YouTube, and that is how they connect with each other. So we're looking at YouTube specifically a lot for youth within the social media sphere. So we added that channel as well, not only LinkedIn and
So what's the youngest audience that you target?
Well, that is on communications. We don't really target youth commercially as Vodafone, but we do know that there are young kids from already 8, 9 years old on iPhones and on YouTube, super connected. So we don't go necessarily to put a commercial message to them because we don't want to go there, but they are involved in.
You don't differentiate in age at all.
Yeah, we do in the way we communicate and in the media we use, and really how do we have our commercial messages out there. But we know that everyone is out there, and it gets younger and younger and younger. So we really try to be careful, obviously, with how we deal with that. But everyone is out there, and that.
And how many people is in your social department? How many people work on social?
Well, that's a good question. Because
Webcare a lot, obviously.
Yeah, Webcare a lot of people, but it depends on how your company is organized in that regard. In ours, we really do marketing communications, and in our team we have about maybe 4 or 5 people that are really very much involved in social.
For the Netherlands?
For the Netherlands, yeah. But then we have also, from an HR perspective, we also look at it. We look at it obviously from customer experience. We look at it from the brand. So there are many departments that are involved in social, in a way, rather than a hub, which is servicing the company. So it's different models, but ours is different people in different departments that have to do with social in some kind of way.
And then all those people in the different departments, they connect to each other about social things?
Yes. Yeah, indeed. So that is the model we chose, and then there is weekly alignment and there is monthly alignment between all these, these different departments. Because at the end, we're one company and we have to make sense also to the outside. So there is that alignment, but the model chosen has been this one, so we can move also quicker than having one hub that then has to align with everybody and get things done. So everything has advantages and disadvantages in that regard, but that's the one we chose. Yes, yeah.
What's your last tip for a social media manager?
I would say adapt and be flexible. Things change so much that if we are really social, then it is not about what we have to say, but it goes both ways. It's a two-directional conversation, and things happen very, very quick. So the best we can do is try to go with it, not resist it, adapt and change, and be ready to, take up what's happening out there. So.
Thank you very much.
Yes, you're welcome.